Hello and welcome. Okay, so today I thought that I would clean up my room and talk about some books because I need to clean up my room and I need to stay motivated to do that because it's gotten really messy because I live in California and I had to evacuate, when did I evacuate? Last Monday. So I took out a bunch of stuff because I wanted to bring it with me, and then now I just need to put everything back. So we're gonna be evacuating. We're gonna be cleaning my room and talking about some books I have read recently. I'm literally just picking random books that I want to talk about because I want to. There's no particular order or month that these books go along with. I just thought I would talk about them. Also, my hair is a mess. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start cleaning first. I'm gonna start cleaning my desk first. And basically, the first book I want to talk about is The House in the Cerulean Sea by R.J. Clune, I think is what the name is. If not, I'll put up something that says the correct name. But anyways, I read that book and I thought it was really, really well done. I really liked the magic system. I really liked the world building. I loved the characters. I think that book particularly, I didn't realize it was so character driven, and I was really surprised by how character driven it actually was. I was super happy with the characters and the details that were added. I think LJ Clune. I think the author is really good at world building and characters, and it really made me want to read more of his books. This is like the random stuff I have, like these socks. Something just fell out of it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely read more of R.J. Clune. I think he's coming out with another book in the future. Oh, and also the main character, whatever his name is, he's like a social worker, and I absolutely loved him. I thought he was such a well done character, and it made me want to write something similar to that. And I think that book and many others similar to that book are things that really inspire my writing, because I really like the aspect of like real world, but there's some magical stuff going on, and like it gave me kind of Harry Potter vibes, but I don't really want to associate Harry Potter with The House in the Cerulean Sea because of all the J.K. Rowling stuff that's been going on recently, and because she's a piece of poop. Anyways, I like the book. It was really good, and yeah. Okay, let's like actually clean. The next book I read was, well, not the next book. Another book I want to talk about is actually a series, and it's the, what is it called? I think it's the Saga series. I'm not really sure exactly what the name is, but I read the entire series, volumes 1 to 9, I think, and they were really good. I really enjoyed them. I just thought that like there was a couple books here and there in the middle where I was like, okay, this is definitely a filler book. I don't need to know this much about specific characters and like what's going on with them. This could have been done in like 2 pages inside of another book. But I also think with like big series like this that are like comic books and graphic novels, I think that it's okay to have it like that. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the drawings of the characters, and I really liked the drawings of everything. Weirdly, there's some really like graphic, and yeah, there's some really graphic scenes in there, so I would definitely make sure that you're aware of that before going into it. But I really thought that those graphic scenes were super well drawn. I don't know why, but like some parts I was like, whoa. Like there was a scene of like a dragon, and it was doing some stuff for anybody who's actually read the series, and it was very well drawn, which I was like very surprised about. Anyways, back to cleaning. Okay. Oh, and just to like talk about something I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading A Burning by Mega Majumdar. I'm enjoying it. If you can see, I don't even know where I am. I'm only 29 pages in. I really like the characters. I really like the POVs of the story because it goes from different POVs, and that's basically like the chapters. And that's been a really fun experience because I don't think I've read a book like that in a while. Well, actually, there's one, which we'll get to, but besides that, I'm really enjoying. Okay. Why are you so whack? Half of this video is gonna be me literally setting up the shot. Anyways, so yeah, okay, the next book that I want to talk about is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. We all know this. So, I have some unpopular opinions about this book because I enjoyed it and I thought it was really good, but I had watched Read with Cindy's video on her experience reading it, and she was like full on like crying her eyes out, and I know that's a lot of people's reaction to the book, and I just didn't feel that type of emotion. I kind of just was like, okay, these characters are having a hard time, but I didn't feel the emotions that everybody else felt from the book. I think it was more because I read it kind of in installments, because I read the beginning. Okay, I almost have to get to class. I read the beginning and then I was like, okay, I need to stop now to like do homework and like do school, and then it would take me like a week or something to get through the first half of the book, and I wouldn't read it all the way through. It would be like a couple pages here and there, and that really put a damper on how I was absorbing the story, because my mind wasn't always constantly thinking about these characters and my love for them. I was more thinking about the plot and all of that, because I was trying to remember what had already happened before, and I didn't build that love for characters that most people built through reading the book. What the heck is on my face? So I just felt like it wasn't as hard-hitting for me. And maybe also because I read Six of Crows a while ago, so that also played a part in why I didn't feel for the characters as much. But I also really like the story. I think, obviously, Kaz is amazing and he's freaking hot, but like besides that, I just thought the story in general was awesome. I think the relationships between all the characters is really well done. I just found myself not really caring about Matthias. And that was partly because of the fact that I read Six of Crows a while ago and never got to fully develop my feelings about the books. But even reading Six of Crows, I just felt like I was reading it for the hype and not because I actually liked it. So we're just gonna leave it at that before someone attacks me for not liking this book. Okay, so I have a bunch of costumes, Halloween costumes that I took out, and I just packed them all back into this clear bag. I really need to figure out what books I want to talk about, because I kind of just went into this not really knowing. And the first couple books that came to mind are the ones that I really wanted to talk about, but maybe now I can talk about some other ones. Let's take a look. I'm going into my story graph to find some books that I read that I'm forgetting to talk about, because I definitely want to talk about a couple more, but I've just forgotten. Also, I would recommend using Storygraph. I'm really enjoying this experience rather than Goodreads. Goodreads feels a little dated and it just hasn't been updated in a while, and Amazon really sucks for not making it as good as it possibly can, and it feels a little forgotten. So I joined Storygraph because of Seiji from the book something. I forgot her YouTube, but I'll link it below. But yeah, no, not my reviews. See all books I've read. Ooh, okay. No, actually, I don't want to talk about that. Book that I'm currently reading is Octavia E. Butler's Wild Seed. I'm reading this for Onyx Page's live show. So she's doing a, oh my gosh, you need to come down with me. Okay. So Octavia E. Butler, well, no, not Octavia E. Butler, Onyx Pages, so Anjiri from Onyx Pages is doing a slow read of this book on her YouTube channel, and I've been participating and it's a really fun time. I only went to the first one, and the second one I went to for like 5 minutes, but then I couldn't go to the rest because I had a bunch of work to do, but I'm really enjoying reading this, and I'm really enjoying the time spent talking about it through that, because she makes her read-alongs and her live shows super interactive, where she's always like talking directly to the person who's commenting, and I think that's such a good experience to have, and like especially because I've definitely seen that live shows and read-alongs and anything like that have gotten really popular on YouTube recently for booktubers, so I'm really enjoying the community experience that's been growing through that. Also, I didn't even talk about the book. I'm enjoying the book. I'm really enjoying the characters. I don't like one of the characters. There's only 2 main characters, but I don't really like Doro, if anybody's read the book. And I'm trying to look for why he's gonna be a better person in the future. I don't think he's gonna be a better person, but hold on, I'm getting really tired. So with Wild Seed by Octavia E. Butler, I'm really enjoying the book, and I'm just like kind of disliking this one character. His name is Doro, and he's just a really bad guy, and I'm not really liking him as of right now. And I'm kind of also questioning the second main character's choices. So in general, I think it's so well written, and I think that it makes me keep wanting to read it because I keep wanting to discover what these characters' choices are. But at the same time, I'm really disliking one of the main characters, and I'm super interested in what's going to happen with him and like what his choices are and everything about that, because I really just want to know. And I need to get back to reading this book. But school and homework await. Today is November 2nd, so tomorrow is election day. So I don't really know what's gonna happen with that, but I am freaked out, and that's all I've been thinking about for the past week and the results of that, and I'm scared, I am terrified and stressed, and tomorrow is gonna be a very interesting day, especially because I have school in the morning, and I'm probably gonna be talking about it in class and just like having a little short discussion about the election. So I'm a little scared for that, but at the same time I'm glad that this day is already here, because it took a while to get here, but we are finally at the point of the election, and we get to see who our new president is. And if you voted, thank you, good job. I also voted, and I hope that if you did not vote, that you decide to vote next year or in any of your local elections, depending on when they happen, because I think it's important to vote, and I think it's important to vote specifically when when we reach an election like this, where the ideas of the different groups are very different and very not good on one side, which is Mr. President Donald Trump's side. So whatever happens tomorrow happens, and this is me before tomorrow. Now I'm just thinking about the election, and I don't really want to clean anymore because it makes me sad, because there is a possibility that he will be voted in again. But it's okay. It's It's okay. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to manifest that. We're going to manifest that our chosen person wins, and we have the next 4 years of a better government than what it is right now. Also, if anybody has seen, in DC, they're currently setting up for riots right now, and they've boarded up all the streets and the stores around that area because of the election, which is very, very scary to think about. The fact that, like the fact that either way that the election goes, there can be a riot and there can be violence is like really sad to think about. But then it's also like it's valid to have a protest and to have a space where you can speak your mind and stand up for what you believe in and stand up for the fact that you didn't like the choice. So it goes either way. I'm scared even for like smaller communities that aren't Washington, D.C. and don't have the capabilities of taking care of their area, because things are going to happen tomorrow and tomorrow night, and it is going to be a crazy week. Okay, that was a lot of talking about the election. But yeah, bottom line, whatever happens tomorrow, just remember that you need to keep voting and always keep voting if you can. And if you're 18, please just vote, because it's important for our nation and it's important for everyone. And it's a privilege that we are allowed. We're allowed to vote. Like, we're given a chance to vote, and we're a part of a democracy. So it's a good idea to do that. Alright, that's all I'm gonna do for now. I still need to clean because, as you can see, there's a bit of trash on that side. But I need to go to class because I'm like 4 minutes away from my class starting. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm going to come back and start cleaning and talking about a couple more books that I want to read. I am reading, I don't know, that I've read, I don't know, we'll see. So my Zoom class just ended, and I'm really tired and don't want to move, and I definitely have Zoom fatigue. Like, I've been getting it more often now. In the beginning it was fine, and it was actually fun to have Zoom classes. Now it's a little bit mentally taxing and physically taxing because your eyes are just staring at a screen all day, every day. The last book I read was All Boys Aren't Blue, and I read this a couple weeks ago. I had never read a memoir before, so this was an interesting experience, and I really liked the book. I thought, oh my gosh, why? This lighting is just not it. I really enjoyed the book. I was pleasantly surprised about how much it hit me and how emotional I got because of it. And I just think the setup and organization were really well done. I just wish the beginning, I thought the beginning was a little bit weak. I can't remember exactly why I thought that, but I definitely wasn't as interested in the beginning as I was towards the end. However, in all, it was a really good book, and it was super well done. So, if I were to recommend any books, I would recommend all of these. And if I were to recommend a memoir that you are getting into because you don't read many memoirs and you just want something simple to start off with, then I think All Boys Aren't Blue is a great memoir to start off with. And also, I think it's like starting my journey into memoirs. So I'm glad my first experience went well, and I don't have to be sad about not liking the book. I'm gonna go back and clean, and that is all. I'm done with cleaning and I'm done with everything. So I'm gonna get back to doing some schoolwork, and I think I still have to clean my bathroom, so I'll do that too. And I'm done. It looks still a little messy on this side, but like, it's gonna get there. It's all about the process. Anyways, I think I'm done. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna try to be consistent about my videos, but we're gonna see about that because I don't know. I think that's a problem that we're gonna have, but I'm gonna try to be consistent with the videos. And I think that's about it. I think I talked about all the books I wanted to talk about, but like I said, I'm currently reading A Burning, and I'm also reading Octavia E. Butler's Wild Seed. So I'm enjoying both of them. I just haven't been like fully immersed in them yet, but that's only because I'm in the beginning of the book. I'm fully immersed into Wild Seed. I'm not fully immersed into A Burning yet because I'm only like, what is it, 27 pages in, something like that. But I'm gonna get there.